Hello, neighbors. Welcome back to the neighborhood. I'm Squealer D, and I am back again. This time, we are taking a trip down memory lane with the Maryons, showing a young Amy and Greg so we can better understand the chaos that is their lives these days. This week, we are checking out footage from the week of their 28th anniversary. Come along and see what 28 years looks like for them. Make sure you stay tuned until the end for your chance to see Gregor the Lion marching in the homecoming parade, and many more relics from Amy and Greg's high school days. Also, as a non-advertised, non-sponsored thank you just for clicking into this video, we will be giving away a $25 digital gift card. The only thing you have to do is email me at the email in the description box below and tell me a memory from the past that you will never forget. We will randomly pick one winner and announce it in the next video. All right, let's go.
It is Monday for you. I got up early today. It is the weekend for me.
Amy always films on the weekend because she is a pretend daily vlogger. Pretend.
Weekend on Saturday entails lots of paperwork, lots of computer work if I don't do it during the week, which I did not. So I got up at 5 today, and I've been sitting at my computer desk for 5 until 9. It's like 9:30 right now. I'm like, okay.
Knock it off, Amy. What paperwork do you have? And why would you leave it for the actual day of your anniversary? She doesn't plan her videos. Her kids are only in free activities that take no planning. She doesn't have merch or any other business. Affiliate links and discount codes are set it and forget it. She must beg sponsors on the weekend because YouTube doesn't magically create paperwork. It's the easiest thing in the world you can do for a living. Like, for real. Just more lies about how she has this busy life. Please. Amy naps most of the day.
Oh, hear the birds going? Listen to that. Let's see if they fly overhead. Oh, hear it? Can you hear that thing? Those are like some kind of prehistoric looking bird.
Amy thinks if she seems interested in weird things like dead bugs and birds, she'll appear to like Florida more.
And bacon order with some cheese.
Even when she cooks for the kids, she adds in processed cheeses and meat. A piece of cold cut thrown in a badly seasoned, overcooked egg for my 28th anniversary? No, thank you.
Oops, that one cooked a few more. I'm gonna have to be on. This will be perfect. Here's one for Steven. For Jaden. And then my breakfast.
I wonder who got the overcooked egg. I bet it wasn't Amy. It's sad how little she cares about her kids. Also, omelets for 3 people on your anniversary, and none were Greg's?
In the hot Florida weather. And the beautiful thing is I don't have any apple cider places to go to here in Florida, but you can make your own little version of fall in the South. So
if you ever paid taxes in Florida, you know that Brooklyn and Maddie just gave Amy the tax bill that came in the mail. You can also pause the video and see that it came from taxcollector.com, which is the Manatee County tax collector. It's so odd how Brooklyn presents it to her, like she knew it was on the way. Why is Brooklyn privy to Amy's finances to that degree? Is she helping pay them? Why doesn't Amy open it with Greg instead of a couple of teenagers? Amy has $6,000 in taxes due minimum on this house. Her old house's taxes were less than half of that. At a time when she is making perhaps the least amount of money on YouTube since she started, I'd be sweating bullets. No wonder Christmas sucks so hard this year.
sometimes you have a lot of frosting, sometimes you don't at all. So that's funny. It got a little bit thinner. I think that's why. That's okay.
How can she make frosting all the time and never make it the same? And usually she makes it wrong because she doesn't understand how to measure ingredients.
Finished for right now. No, actually, no, I'm not, am I? I am not done.
She is piped up after getting that big tax bill. I have never seen a homemaker hate making their home so much. The thought of working in her home makes her literally cringe.
I'm actually not finished for the day. What I was going to do is make tacos for dinner tonight. So I am going to get out my meat and my refried beans and heat that up. That won't take too long to fry up and do. You can have this in the south.
Amy makes tacos every single week, and her kids never eat them. She always repurposes the meat the next day for burrito bowls or some other creative slop, or she refreezes it.
Way south in Florida, because I don't think there's anybody. I was talking to my kids, I'm like, I wonder if anybody even knows about apple cider slushies down here. I'm sure the people that moved down here do, but like, I'm sure nobody does it. So delicious, delicious right here.
So this is a comment from a viewer, and they said, I don't know that you know or care about how disrespectful your comments towards and about native Floridians are. You think only people from the north know about apple cider? You have got to be kidding, right? Just because you are ignorant of other cultures and traditions doesn't mean the entire population of Florida is. Not only do we have apple cider, but we also have apple dapple cakes, apple crumbles, apple hand pies, fried apples, apple cobblers, apple pie bars, apple fritters, apple pancakes, apple syrup, and many more. Stop constantly demeaning us native Floridians because you are ignorant of our state and our cuisine. Educate yourself before you publicly air all of these misconceptions and lies about the state you chose to move to. But for some unknown reason, other than our beaches, you constantly bash. It is extremely ignorant and disrespectful. I agree. Amy is sure no one drinks apple cider slushy in Florida. You're right, Amy. You are the only person in Florida who A, owns a slushy machine, and B, thought to put apple cider in it. I think she's saying dumb things like this just to get engagement in the comments.
Later today, for Greg, I pulled out some shrimp for a shrimp ring, and I've got some of those little pretzel bites. I can just heat that up. I've got little bites of desserts, those things we bought at Aldi. We'll see how I'm like already so stuffed from just breakfast today, so I'm like, maybe we'll save that for tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We're just going to see how the day rolls. And
Amy calls shrimp cocktail a shrimp ring. She reminds me of a 5-year-old. She was standing here lying about being full because Gregor was at the halfway house today. No omelet for Gregor, and now he won't be here to eat the shrimp ring.
I'm going to take a break and go sit by my pool for a few hours. All right.
So she made herself breakfast, bought herself flowers, swims by herself for a few hours, all for her 28th anniversary, and we haven't seen Gregor once.
It is morning, so don't mind the mess everywhere. I haven't been in the mood to clean up the yard yet.
Wait, so she also has to clean up the yard, which she told us is Gregor and the boys' job, for her anniversary weekend? Wow.
On the couch and just had a very chill day. It was a nice Saturday.
So let me get this straight. On November 4th, her actual anniversary, Gregor was nowhere to be seen. She made herself an omelet, sat in her pool, and watched movies all day? Okay.
Today is Sunday, so it is Sunday morning. I woke up, I just pulled my hair back in a ponytail, no makeup, got dressed, and I'm like, I'm gonna go sit outside and have some coffee. So I was just sitting down here, and Jaden came out, and I looked over. I said, this is like our little piece of heaven right here.
What she meant to say to Jaden is that it's her little piece of heaven. The kids hate it, and they run back to North Carolina every chance they get.
It is the time change morning. It was so funny. Before we went to bed last night, I'm like, we're going to lose an hour of sleep. No, you fall back, you lose an hour. And in my head, I was thinking losing sleep. And then Jane's like, no, Mom, Google says you're going to gain sleep. And I'm like, I don't think you're going to gain sleep. You're going to lose. So I just couldn't process that in my head. She's like, Google says. And I'm like, I don't think Google's right. So I said, judge it on how you wake up tomorrow. If you wake up and you're exhausted, or you wake up and you go, oh, I actually have more sleep. So this morning I opened my eyes and it was like 7 o'clock. And I looked at my clock and I'm like, oh, yeah, you gained an hour of sleep. So I sent her a text and I'm like, yep, sorry. She's like, Mom, Google doesn't lie. I'm like, nope, Google doesn't lie.
Amy really is an argumentative know-it-all, one of the many reasons Greg comes and goes. Who goes back and forth over something so trivial and then still doesn't back down when presented with facts from Google? Here's a comment. North Carolina? Didn't change the clocks? And Amy said, we did. So why didn't you already know that, Amy?
We're going to go out for our anniversary was this weekend, so we are going to go out and enjoy a day after church. We get back from church. So I'm going to make a little, we didn't do the charcuterie things last night because we were so full from that breakfast. And I pulled out the shrimp for him last night and we had the little pretzel bites. And I'm like so full, I'm not even hungry. So I said, why don't we pack that today and take that with us? Why don't?
Amy must be at least 50 to 60 pounds overweight and gaining fast. Yet that 1-2 egg omelet for breakfast keeps her full all day. That makes no sense. If she got full from breakfast, she wouldn't be clinically obese.
Like charcuterie style things, and then we leave right after church and we just eat those in the car, and then we go drive and explore. I said, and then when it gets dark and you can't see anymore, I'm like, we'll go out to dinner because restaurants are open late.
Amy can barely even swallow her own BS. Disgusting warm processed meat sticks, leftover cheese, and driving around looking at things you can't afford sounds like the worst day ever.
Hurry up and made these little snack bins. So this was awesome. This was great having this to take with us because we did end up driving around and we didn't eat until later that night. So we didn't do breakfast this morning because we just weren't hungry, and so it worked out really good to be able to take this in the car, just have munchies while you're driving around, and it was yummy. Those are delicious little foods there. Here's my containers, putting lids on, that's it. So I am going to close today's video because I didn't even bring it to an ending, so I'm going to have to do a voiceover for you here.
So she didn't show Greg at all on Saturday, their actual anniversary. And now it's Sunday and she didn't do makeup or fix her hair or probably even shower before church. And she's rushing to make these charcuterie boards that she spent so much extra money on this month. All because Gregor didn't come through like he was supposed to. And now she has to go pick him up from the halfway house to drive around for a few hours before she takes him back.
Hope you're having a great day.
Greg's back. We're here.
Yay.
You're back. You didn't leave. You didn't go run away and go.
It's just been work.
You sure?
Work, yeah.
These two think it's funny to lie about where Greg has been, and Amy is so dumb she can't help but take a jab at him. Are you sure? Her kids watch these vlogs. What kind of twisted reality are these kids growing up in? It must be so confusing for them to determine what's a lie, what's for the vlog, what's real life.
Salt generator.
So here's a comment from one of Amy's viewers. Of course, it's been deleted. Amy, how's Greg been? No sign of him lately. Is the ring getting cleaned? Christian's faith, laughing out loud. I'm kind of thinking that was she was taking a jab at Amy, but she could have been being sincere. She did say Christian's faith. And another commenter said, he was just on yesterday's video. He seems to be doing good, because people on Amy's comments are Greg experts. And Amy said, yes, we have an entire video of our anniversary weekend. Nope, not getting cleaned. My faith is definitely with Jesus. I pray you have a blessed day and that God shows up for you in a big way today. And then Amy said, thank you, to the commenter who stuck up for her. And another commenter said, you got it out of your system? Now can you start your day? Amy's subs like to brigade. If you say anything in Amy's comments that doesn't match her narrative in any way, Amy either deletes it immediately or all of her mega mama fans jump in and attack them. How is that a positive Christian environment? This lady was seriously asking a legitimate question, and two different people had to jump in and help protect Amy. Do they think Amy would protect them? She won't even send her cancer awareness ring to one of her many subs who are suffering with breast cancer as we speak.
Have they seen any of that or no? We'll have to bring them up to speed when it's all
pumping good, so.
It's doing good.
But for today, it's fun day. We are out today.
What are we doing? We're celebrating our
anniversary.
28 years.
Anniversary, crazy.
Oh yeah, Fort Lauderdale.
So the problem is we have the daylight will end tonight soon. So we got out the door as fast as we can.
Such a bummer.
Such a bummer. We got out the door as fast as we can. We got out early, but we've just been driving. So we're just gonna drive until.
Because it's still like 80 or 70, 75 degrees.
Yeah, we're gonna drive.
So here's another viewer comment. Notice Gregor's hands, my friends. Notice Gregor's empty ring finger. How's your rash doing on your ring finger? Amy says, it was only one day. It's good now. Gregor isn't wearing his ring again. And on his 28th anniversary, well, we could assume that he has gained too much weight and it won't fit. But he's been wearing it intermittently, which means it does fit. And it also means he didn't lose it. My guess is he doesn't keep his ring with him at the halfway house because his roomies are also struggling with addiction, or he just simply doesn't want to wear it while he's there in case he meets someone else. I don't think it's worth enough for Amy to worry about him selling it for the wham bam, but you never know these days with how cheap some of the street drugs are.
Till the sun don't shine no more, and then we'll go, okay, no, it's dark, let's go to dinner.
Yeah, let's go eat or whatever.
Let's go walk around town at nighttime, so it'll be fun.
So, right now on Gregor's watch, it is 3:35 p.m. So this anniversary is weird because Greg has limited time away from the halfway house, and Amy is the sole breadwinner, and she is up to her eyeballs in crushing debt. What couple doesn't go out to eat for their anniversary, especially someone who is a terrible cook and hates doing it like Amy? So many lies. Just say you don't have it. No shame in being broke. Also, 3:35 p.m. is not early unless you're a YouTuber or unemployed. And why couldn't they leave until 3:35 p.m.? Because Amy went to church, and then she had to drive from Parrish to Sarasota to pick up Gregor at his recovery residence, which Amy also pays weekly for, I'm guessing.
All right, let's stop at our first place
Let's
and
go
see
see.
what
This is
Lido's about.
Lido Beach.
Lido Key.
Let's go see.
Lido.
Not bad. So not a bad beach. Lido Beach.
Yeah.
I said some little kid will be on the beach going, look at that lady jumped up in the air and smacked that old man across the head.
These are all
Yeah, because promoting abuse against your spouse is funny at any age, Gregor.
Little keys, they're literally just surrounded by water. What's the definition of a key?
It's something that's like out in the water.
All right. All right.
Yeah, what would make the difference between, maybe one of your people would know better. What's the difference between a key and an island? Like Anna Maria Island is just like Longboat.
Is it just that it's hooked together, or is that a man-made bridge, though?
That's a man-made bridge.
So is it I don't know, babe.
The main difference between a key and an island lies in their formation and characteristics. All islands are pieces of land surrounded on all sides by a body of water. But keys, also called cays, are a specific type of island, namely a small, low-lying coral island, often surrounded by coral reefs. Amy is the sole educator of 9 children, and she doesn't know that a key is coral and small. She never taught any of her kids geography. She thinks it's a key because it has a bridge. Does she know what coral is? Or a sandbar?
Anna Maria Island.
I don't know.
Lido Key. That's right next door to it.
Who knows? But we're gonna go to this key. This is the Siesta Key, right?
This is supposed to be one of the best beaches in America.
Siesta Key?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Back there, Greg, we just drove by and said, there's a coconut on the ground.
Yeah, it looked like there was a palm frond on the ground and a coconut.
So we're gonna
take
take the coconut on the ground. So hopefully it's not illegal.
Pull in, and then it'll be like right there.
Let's just do this really fast.
But don't do anything where you die.
Sure, babe.
No,
Nothing.
seriously, babe.
Okay.
You're like, I
Where's
need
even
you.
egg on the left?
Gregor is deadly serious about you not dying, Amy. How would he live his cushy lifestyle of $650,000 houses, pools, e-bikes, and new skinny jeans and Fila's once a year without you?
Yeah, it was like right here.
Are you sure, babe?
Oh, I think that dude pulled over and grabbed it.
Are you sure, babe?
Yeah.
Did you really see a coconut?
I did. I
Is there a
swear to God,
tree
there's
right-
another. There's see him here.
Oh, right there.
Hold on. Wait.
Is it a
Greg is a liar. There is no way in hell he saw a guy grab the coconut he was eyeing on the side of the road. Amy didn't see it or believe it either. Greg is high on something, which makes sense since he was nowhere to be seen yesterday on their actual anniversary. Who has a Saturday anniversary and decides to swim, sleep, and watch TV and celebrate on Sunday after church instead?
Attached to the leaf over here, babe.
Get
This is someone's house.
It's okay, babe. They love it. Like, is that a coconut right here? I feel like I got him a coconut. But I found.
Honey.
Did you get one too?
Steven is gonna love me, and I'm gonna be his hero.
But look what I got. Is mine a coconut?
Mine's got milk in it.
Oh my goodness. So this would not be a coconut.
It probably is. It's probably just not a...
That's so funny. Okay, we'll take two. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, you little coconut stealing couple. Totally joking, but it was hilarious to watch. I wonder how much Amy, with her no soliciting sign, would appreciate some morons coming into her yard to pick a papaya from her tree. It's crazy how tone deaf these two are. There is nothing cute about 50-year-old people driving around on their 28th anniversary like dumb teenagers stealing from people's yards. Not to mention, people have been shot in this country for ringing doorbells or driving down the wrong driveway. And these fools have 6 kids to get back home to.
Yeah, so this is an interesting adventure for us today because we're drinking and we're making merry and we have to stop and pee at every
We're drinking coffee, Mickey Mary. Yes, we're having that. We were getting some shaved ice, but all I had was like regular.
Eating donuts.
Donuts? What are donuts?
Oh, there's pickleball, right?
Pickleball, yeah.
Okay. See, I've never seen pickleball.
I told me.
She cleared up that they were drinking coffee really fast. Maybe they did get a little buzz on because she acts awfully weird around Greg, and it's not because she loves him so much. Why did he say they had donuts when they didn't and then try to deflect by pointing out pickleball? These two have so many lies that they're trying to keep straight.
But you're not going to be able to see anything, so I think we should, right? Kind of close it. So it's been a great day. Oh my goodness.
That nice ocean breeze.
It breathes, and the ground is like squishy sand, so it's been good. So thank you for watching. Yeah, we're going to go to dinner right now.
Let's go
It's
eat.
going to be dark, so we won't be able to see anything, but today I'll film it. We'll see. So thank you for watching, and you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. We'll see you guys.
So a commenter said, "This is so hard to watch with all the chit-chat, fast-talking, giggling in the car, and then camera moving all over the place. I watched part of it. Would have been nice to just touch a few places you went on the anniversary without being there the whole trip. But congrats on 28 years. That is no easy feat." And somebody comment back to that commenter, "No one forces you to watch this. Quit being so rude." And someone else said, "If you don't enjoy it, then move on. Nobody forcing you to watch. It's fantastic for me to watch being from UK. Happy anniversary, guys. XXX. Someone else said, "Love the drive. Looking at houses. I like to do the same thing." And somebody else said, "I enjoyed it. I'm from Australia." And someone else said, "I enjoyed. Am gold. You're speaking for yourself. We all enjoy different things, so go watch what you enjoy." Once again, no one can speak in Amy's comments without the hounds coming in to attack. Amy lies and says she can't film dinner because it's dark, but yet she films in complete darkness at times when she's at home, like when they all went and dumped pepper spray all over the yard. Truth be told, Greg has a residency curfew, and Amy has taxes to pay.
Tomorrow, bye. The birds are singing. There's no birds right now. There were birds last week. They'll come by eventually.
Amy has so little content, she needs the birds to swing in for a cameo. The mountains were much quieter than this subdivision, and she lived right next to the highway.
I hope that your morning is going well. Okay, my kids crack me up. Your kids ever just make you laugh? I'm in here laughing, cracking up when I'm making the bed in here.
Those are the loudest, most obnoxious kids I've ever seen on YouTube. They all sound like grown men yelling.
So made the bed. This is good. This blanket's working out really good because it's like that extra warmth. A white bed is, always hard in this family. My husband's a worker, hard worker. So, you get stains. So I didn't wash it separately. I didn't wash it for the reason, but I see this little stain on it. So I'm just going to spot clean that off.
Is she really spot cleaning her bedding on camera for the world to see the day after her anniversary? Is that really the content she's going for? Is her next sponsor adult toys? That bed is filthy. What kind of troglodyte gets in the bed so dirty that they stain the headboard? That means Greg is not going for nightly swims. Once again, Amy getting caught in a stupid lie. You can't be that dirty after getting out of the pool. Or is he covered in so much oil and grease that the pool water doesn't cut through? That's horribly disgusting either way. Almost as disgusting as that filthy bed and scrubbing at a stain when the whole bed set needs to be washed and the headboard thrown in the garbage.
Finished up our school that we need to do. I'm gonna get dinner done. It's still a little bit earlier, but we're gonna just do chopped salad with this chicken. This buffalo chicken is really good. I am just gonna put it in the oven and let it bake, and like that. I've got eggs over here. They're almost done. They got 45 seconds left. I'll put them in some ice water, and then salad. Easy. Everybody likes it.
The kids eat at least 20 to 30 pounds of chicken nuggets a month. They're all going to have heart disease. She thinks putting fried chicken and ranch on a salad is detox. Those bologna sandwiches with a chunk of tomato must be detox too by that logic.
Chop the lettuce. Okay. This is an easy dinner, nice light. We've had a lot of delicious food this last week, so there is lots of goodies. So salad will be good for a little bit of a, I say detox from everything. So, but this is good. Everybody likes it. So I got some new water bottles. There's so many water bottles out there. Just trying to find a good one that looks so. Even the Hydro Flask, they were looking at them. And Brooklyn said, "Why don't we just get one? Just give a different lid for it." I'm like, I could do that, but how cool that it has this lid right here. This one. Okay, so I just.
She told us they all already had Hydro Flasks from last year. Was that a lie? Why didn't she just get new lids for their $30 plus Hydro Flasks instead of buying more cheap crap off of Amazon and Temu? That water bottle is $15. She just wants free stuff and for her viewers to click the link and she'll get paid twice. Simple-minded grifts, and you end up with crap that is polluting our planet.
Got dinner real quick because everybody's starving, so I put it out. We're all gonna eat. You get some chicken, you get some lettuce, you get some veggies, and you get a couple eggs, and that's a good meal for everybody. So I thank you for watching. It's been a long day. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday morning to you. I'm up early. Look at it, it's still dark outside. Yes, it's dark outside. I haven't filmed this early since the mountains.
So here's a commenter that liked that she woke up super early, and they said, Amy, the Amy I started following is back this morning. I know it's been a challenging year with your mom and a big move. It takes a while to get into a routine. Good to see the old Amy back. God bless, Cindy. And some other commenter said, Amy, I suppose she means well. However, ignore this stuff about getting back mirroring the way things used to be. Your life has changed for the better. So girl, just keep doing what you love. And the woman said, seriously, I was complimenting her. Why you feel the need to comment, I don't know. But seriously, get a life. I agree, Cindy. She needs a life. Amy has activated her angry little clique with all of these rants and raves about the enemy and the devil rather than just attempting to be a better mom and content creator.
Because we filmed on the weekend, so for the last 2 days I have been literally just like busy, and
busy equals taking Brooklyn to her mall job. At this point, wouldn't it just be easier and cheaper to get her a little used car? She could get a 2010 Civic for less than $7,000. That would probably last her into adulthood. Amy doesn't know how to raise children at all. She could have also bought Jaden's car with the stipulation of driving her siblings around. Her time would be much better utilized working on her YouTube channel. But there's no parity or fairness in how this family works. It's every man for themselves. And only Greg and Amy get to benefit off the exploitation of the children.
But like yesterday I was in the car all day. We left at 8 o'clock in the morning to get through traffic for an hour and 5 minutes, to sit at a dentist for 3 hours, to drive home, take an hour.
So another viewer said, dentist for 3 hours? And another viewer said, when I had my bridges put in, was at the dentist for 4 hours. And another commenter said, wow. Yeah, because all kids need bridges for their missing teeth due to the junk food diet that they eat at Amy's house, right? If there were videos on YouTube of my mom complaining about every small thing she ever did for me, I'd never talk to her again because obviously I'm just a burden, right? Dentist appointments for one kid never take 3 hours. It's because Amy is selfish and takes them all at once and makes them wait for each other. It also wouldn't take 3 hours if her children didn't need dental work every time they go to see the dentist. It takes way longer to fill cavities and do root canals than just a checkup and cleaning.
had to drive again. I took Brooklyn to work, came back home, and it was like I was only here for about 2.5 hours. And then we packed. I made a quick dinner. I was going to film it, but again, I did. I made.
It's always shocking how much Brooklyn works at 16 years old, especially since she has zero education and is almost illiterate. That child needs to be in school, period. I bet Jensen doesn't get a full-time job at 16.
A jar of spaghetti sauce. I had some meatballs. I put them in little, like the little, what do they call, like the bento boxes. We had that. I had some bread, and we had salad. We packed that up in the car and we left. So, because Wednesday is our day that kids have activities at night, and so we did that, and it was like that's the day I run. So it was a good day.
The kids ate processed meatballs and jar sauce with bread and lettuce in the car. When does not caring at all become neglect? How is her day planned so poorly that they have to eat that disgusting garbage in the car? Why don't the kids protest? Does she force them to eat this way?
Busier day too, but I'm like, okay, if I just get up at like 4 in the morning, which that didn't even sound good to me, which is funny because I did it for years. And I'm like, if I just get up at 4, I can get so much done before I have to leave. So that is what my goal is today. What am I doing?
Amy is pushing 50, obese, does not exercise, eats like a 12-year-old, and she wonders why she doesn't want to get out of bed at 4 a.m. to make disgusting food for a bunch of obnoxious children that can fix themselves breakfast. Go figure, Amy.
I'm going to do egg cups. So I got the request that they wanted. So the bologna's on the menu. And some wanted bacon, some wanted cheese. So I'm like, okay, I've got it in my head. Hopefully, I'm going to make some soup for lunch. And then dinner, we're going to do burrito bowls. And I'm going to do
So eggs with bologna and bacon instead of ham and bacon for breakfast. This lady really doesn't care that nitrates used to preserve processed meats, like all the sausage, bacon, chicken nuggets, sandwich meat, will turn into nitrosamines, which can and will give you cancer. My guess is she doesn't believe in nitrosamines, just like with the time change. And she won't believe Jaden or Google or me.
I did for my meat this month. It was busy. I was busy and I was tired. I shopped and I did not want to prep my meat. So what I did is I bought a bunch of that London broil. Normally I cut it all up. Well, I did not cut it all up because I was like, I'll deal with it when I have to make the food. So fast forward to today, I gotta go, okay, this is a frozen chunk of something. How am I gonna prepare this? Normally let it thaw. I just did not get it out last night. So
Amy with the effortless lies. Her trademark is cooking blocks of frozen rubbish, but she lies and says she usually takes things out ahead of time.
And again, I don't know, I think Seitan Goya. I'm assuming, let's hope, I mean, I usually put it, I think I put it in, I know what I put in rice. Someone said to put this in your rice, which oh yeah. It basically smells like taco seasoning. I know it's got a coriander, isn't that what's in there? Whatever it is, it'll be a little spicy, a little yummy. So I'm just gonna put this in here.
She doesn't know what it is or what it is for, but let's throw it in on this frozen hunk of London broil that's gonna be as tough as nails. The kids will love it. It's good. It's great. It's delicious.
Let me get one of it. Now this is where a pressure cooker would cook a lot faster. And those are awesome, and I loved mine. I was just thinking this morning, I'm like, do I cook it on the stove? I'm like, it'll kind of cook it, it won't be as soft. And I'm like, slow cooker's gonna take hours. I'm like, this is where the pressure cooker would cook it real quick, like in 45 minutes.
It's an Instapot grift, everyone. Amy's Instapot stopped working, or she gave it away or sold it on the marketplace. And now she is hating life because she can't blast this hunk of frozen meat in 45 minutes like she'd like to. So Aunt Kathy, Grandma Barb, can you spare $100 for her a new kitchen toy?
Wait and do fine. I don't mind the slow cooker weekend just for the internet, because how many recipes I know I've made that I've got from a cookbook and someone forgot to add something to it. So cup, look at that, 1 cup. Like a ton. I remember making caramel apples. I'm like, how do I even use this recipe? There's no way. It turns out, and then you think, well, maybe you did something wrong, so then you go back and make it again. And meanwhile, it's just a waste of your time on there. So thank goodness for internet, so you can kind of check and make sure, things are good and that they're gonna work.
Smart folks are out here avoiding high fructose corn syrup and foods that contain it. Meanwhile, Amy is speed running diabetes with actual bottles of high fructose corn syrup. I guess when you spent your time in school cheerleading, running for homecoming queen, and smashing Gregor and Ashlyn's daddy, you don't have much time to learn about silly stuff like the pancreas and insulin. High fructose corn syrup is one of the few foods on the planet that has no nutritional value. Karo specifically is insidious. They use enzymes to convert glucose to fructose. This makes it sweeter than actual sugar. Fructose in the syrup is what makes it high fructose, but they market it as light corn syrup to trick dummies like Amy. Kids, reject the corn syrup treats. Care about yourselves, because Amy doesn't.
You know what I've learned is that you can eat discount store living and you can eat planning once a month living, and it's about the same. It really is. So even though you find deals, I think you buy more. So it's just one of those things.
Amy thinks buying expired food from the mountain discount stores is the same as shopping at Detweiler's. That's why her food tastes the way it does.
Grocery budget's gone up since we've moved here, but you know, the cost of living in Florida is a whole lot more than in North Carolina, but still very manageable.
Somebody needs to teach Amy how to flex. You can't talk nonstop about prices, dress your kids like they're homeless, only eat out with grifted gift cards, wear the same 5 dresses every week, do everything around your house DIY to avoid paying service people, and then say that Florida is more than manageable in terms of cost of living. It doesn't seem like you're managing it too well. Just more lies.
The next thing I'll mix up is going to be potato bacon chowder. So I'm going to do a little bit of this bacon. I'm going to fry some. Follow recipe exactly. I don't. I'm like, let me pull up my cookbook and make it just how it says. I only had a little container of cream of mushroom, but that's okay. It's a good thing. We will use it. That's what you can do. Look how light that is. Sorry.
So here she is making Gregor's lunch, right? Amy makes a bologna sandwich and touches the garbage 3 times during the process. I'm convinced she wants her family sick. 2,000 calories for lunch today for Gregor again.
These will be perfect right here. They'll get some nice eggs. Okay, soup is ready. So what I'm going to do here is put this inside. Yes, I cooked them a little bit over, so you got a little black, but that's okay. It's not terrible. It'll be great. All I have is a frozen cream of mushroom soup because that is all I got. Let me get. I put that in the bottom here. Oh, it's very good. It'll be more brown.
Very good.
Because it's going to have the mushroomy thing in this. You're going to add 2 cups of milk, so I do the lactose-free milk, so that Jensen can have it. This is his favorite soup, actually. 1/2 cup or 1 cup of sour cream. This is perfect. And it's just salt and pepper to taste. And take the instant potato flakes. Just choose a small amount. Don't do a big amount because it will thicken as it sits. Perfect potato bacon chowder.
How is she making cream of potato soup with cream of mushroom? No veggies, no parsley, no pepper, no onions, no garlic. Gross. Just potatoes, box potatoes, lactate milk, and sour cream, mushroom soup with extra flour and burnt bacon. No way would that taste good.
Porch in the early morning hours. I'm thinking that's good.
That's good. Imagine buying a $650,000 house and having a disgusting stained porch.
Drop Brooklyn off, and then I have like an hour to kill time. I wanted to go to Beals to get some clothes for Greg, but they open at 9.
So Amy drops Brooklyn off at the mall and then wastes her time in the area for the entire shift so she doesn't have to drive home, probably to save money on fuel.
I'm at one of my places I like to go to, and I just ordered a coffee. Had a gift card, so thank you, Carol. I have a gift card, so I got coffee ordered, and they said your order is ready. I'm like, oh, that's fast. So I'm gonna go in and get that.
Make sure she reminds all the aunties that Carol sent her a Starbucks gift card, and now it's someone else's turn to send one before she runs out. Imagine Amy paying for her own Starbucks. She wouldn't. She would just go to Aldi and buy a $6 bucket.
And I'll take you along. We're gonna go to Beal's. I have to pick up some clothes. Gonna get Greg some clothing. Okay, I picked up some jeans, but I don't know. I'm gonna just see if he likes them.
Greg has had severe weight gain. Makes sense he needs some clothes. Plus, how can he do machining type labor work in shorts all of the time? But he works so much he can't go out and get his own clothes. What Amy is doing is way more work. Amy buys the clothes, guesses his size, and then has to return anything that doesn't fit. Returning the items to the store costs everybody more money. Amy pays more in gas and time. The store pays more for the workers who have to do the return. And we all pay more for Amy and Greg's stupidity when they raise the prices to cover Amy's incessant need to take things back after she buys them.
That is so cute. Okay, these are like the deal ones, I think. I guess I'm gonna have to get some here. I can always take them back. I'm only here looking for him, so I'm just running through the shirts real quick. Like, I'm just gonna get sand between my mistletoes. And this mantle. Gonna get it. I'm just get this one from a mantle. I've gotta get something.
Amy has to troll in everything she does. She takes Brooklyn with her to help pick out Christmas decor, but she's still going to buy the exact stuff Brooklyn said no to. What is this lady's problem? Does she just hate her life that much where she always looks for ways to be a gremlin?
And we'll see what we got. I know I got stuff for Greg. He'll just have to try, see what he likes, because I grabbed a couple different ones, and I don't know if he'll love them or not, but just a little different outfits here.
Distracted driving will cause over 3,000 deaths in 2023 alone. Thank you, Amy, and other distracted drivers who think that what you have to say to your phone or your camera is more important than those 3,000 people and all of their family and friends. YouTube, AdSense, please stop paying these mega mama vloggers to drive distracted.
Okay, the kids got there. Remember I was talking about the roller skating place we went, and they were not very good. And
They were okay.
no, they were horrible. Because the kids were it's not rude. No, the rollerblades were horrible. The kids were.
Even Maddie is smart enough to tell her mom not to be rude to a business that she enjoys going to on the regular. Too bad Amy is too pig-headed to listen to her 12-year-old daughter. Maddie was 100% right. She is being very rude because she knows nothing about skates or skating. Nothing.
And they're like, I just don't know how to skate. I said, it has nothing to do with you skating. I said, those are the skates. And so we ordered them. So Maddie and Jensen's come.
So here's a comment from a follower. Let's read that first. Merry Christmas, Amy and family. Can I borrow Maddie for a few days? I sure could use her help. Remember that I'm a friend from PA. Sending love your way. Amy's followers asking to borrow a 12-year-old girl for a few days for help because they are a friend from Pennsylvania is super creepy. But instead of listening to me and limiting the kids' exposure to the open internet, this lady doubles down and shows them even more. But she still hasn't gotten Maddie any new shorts, has she? So here are the skates that Amy bought, $59.99 on Amazon. Here are the skates that the skating rink provides. Here are the same skates for sale at the skating rink for $250. Here's the frame for the skates for $122. Here's the boot of the skate for $269. Here's the entire skate for $299 on Amazon. As you can see, this skating rink has invested thousands and thousands of dollars to provide very expensive, top-of-the-line speed skates at this location. They are not bad skates, and they are not the reason Amy's kids couldn't skate. The kids were right. They didn't know how to skate in those top-of-the-line speed skates. However, Amy thinks the skates are trash because she also thinks that she's an inline skate expert, just like she's an expert homeschooler and homemaker.
I'm gonna pull out lettuce and sour cream.
I wouldn't eat that 12-hour-old hunk of beef even if Amy duct taped my hands and feet and made me sleep in the bathroom next to the toilet like Ruby Frankie.
Tomorrow, gather your Fragment Friday. All right, it is Friday, so I'm gonna make meals for today and do those extras. And then tomorrow, the weekend, I'm actually gonna film too because I want to make a few things for the weekend.
Amy films every single weekend. It's how she pretends to be a daily vlogger.
But I'm not gonna have time today. So today we also have a event to go to today, so it's time frame just not gonna happen. So I'm like, you know what, I'll film today and I'll film tomorrow. Ribs over here in the slow cooker, they're frozen solid, so I just put them in there and turn them on high so they can kind of get a little bit separated. So while that's boiling over there, I'm gonna start on my breakfast meals. What I'm gonna do, I've been trying to do one bigger meal for breakfast for the weekend. So last week we did the omelet. This week, I haven't done this in a long time, baked brunch sandwiches. I made this for Ashlyn's wedding brunch. It's like a ham and cheese sandwich, and then you just pour egg over it and let it sit overnight, bake it in the oven in the morning. It'll be delicious. So
every time I think that Amy can't make something more repulsive, she tops herself. Stale-looking wheat vegetable bread, more processed ham and cheese, a pile of mustard all covered in margarine and eggs left to sit in the fridge overnight. Amy is way too lazy to make a proper Monte Cristo. This type of recipe is why she's feeling the pinch at the grocery store. She makes food that goes straight into that giant stinky trash can.
So this, you can either let it sit for just a little bit and then bake in the oven, but I will let it sit overnight. It will absorb all that egg, and then I'll go put it in the oven. It'll kind of puff up a little bit and make great little brunch sandwiches. So come back tomorrow and see that. So I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator, and this one is done. I'll just have to cut the tips. So this is good. These will cook. I was gonna do some egg cups, but I do have, there's a few more left in there, so no sense making them if they're already in there. So they'll probably eat those up today, but we'll have the pancakes. We'll make the brunch tomorrow. If I gotta make more, you're coming back tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, I mean, you can come Monday, but Monday I'll have some more made too. So I also put some refried beans. I pulled some out of the freezer. So I'm just putting right here to kind of thaw, because I'm gonna make something for lunch with those. Okay, in between the pancakes, I'm gonna cut up my cucumbers in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic, and I've got dehydrated.
Her house is pure chaos. The Maryons seem to have anger issues. Someone is always upset and yelling in the background, including Greg when he is around. Makes sense that they all yell and talk over each other. We see how Amy and Greg interact together. And when they aren't yelling, they're blasting the TV so loud you can barely hear Amy over the noise. I keep telling her to get a mic so she can single out her voice in all of the noise. And with the help of Premiere Pro, she can remove most of the other noise around her. Without a mic, her camera recognizes all the sounds as the main subject. I don't understand how she doesn't understand this after 8 years of recording herself in a loud, chaotic environment. It's because it would be an extra step, and Amy isn't willing to take any extra steps for any reason.
Instead, these I just mixed up. So that little batch will do like 2. These obviously are bigger than a quart. I don't even know what size these are.
I need to get some glass jars. I will.
She bought an entire case of glass jars for her seasonings, but all she uses is chicken bouillon. She's been making pickles at least twice a month for 6 months, and she still can't invest in 2 big mason jars. Maybe Grammy Barb will send her some, like the crisper salt that she sent and Amy didn't even know what it was.
A favorite. They love this. So I didn't want to get 2 small jars because we use so much of this. So surely I thought we can go through a big giant container of Miracle Whip over the next little while. So
of course they need a gallon of Miracle Whip for the next month.
So I was going to open it, so I thought, why don't I just make egg salad too? Because we'll eat it. So that'll be a good thing. Use up. We did those burrito bowls yesterday. So I've got a lot of beef left over. So it's not a favorite of the kids. I like it. It's not a favorite of the kids. So I thought, what can I do with it? I got some refried.
It was a hunk of frozen meat you cooked for 12 hours. It wasn't the favorite of anybody.
So I'm going to mix it together with that and some salsa. Taco season. We used to do these all the time. Make a little burrito bowl here for Jaden to take to work, and it's good.
Yuck. Poor Jaden. Amy puts so much weird seasoning in everything. No amount of seasoning and liquid can bring that London broil back to life. So stringy and dry.
Have those for lunch, and then the rest, there's like gonna be like a very few, but these are good. Just beef bean burritos, so delicious. I'm gonna just roll these in wax paper, and like I said, if I don't end up doing them, you can stick them in the freezer. If you use the wax paper, they won't stick together. You don't have to. You can put them on a cookie sheet and then just freeze them solid, and then put them into a bag. Whatever, either way, it works. So this will be good, and then these will be cooking. I got a little oil. I got my eggs boiling. I see my pasta. Let me add pasta too. I have 7 extra burritos. That's crazy. Well, there was a time we made 100 of these bad boys. So, different time, different life.
Yeah, it was a very different life when you had Lauren to help you run your kitchen, your channel, and your children.
Put these in the refrigerator, and then let's check this stuff over here. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here. This is a meal that Craig had discovered on his own and makes and really, really enjoys. No one in our house eats ribs. I can't say nobody. They will take them.
They will take them if you knew how to cook them.
I guess if they're made, just not like we don't eat a lot of pork. I do buy sausage, bacon, that kind of stuff anyway, so we don't do a lot of pork. Hold on. I don't know, we just don't. So I just don't like it. Not a big deal. So but Greg likes ribs, so I usually try to have ribs for him every so often. This is a pork rub and onion powder. Hold on, it's all like sticking. Where is my stuff?
There's that accent again. Amy doesn't know what ribs are. Those are blade chops, which are way cheaper. She calls any pork with a bone ribs. I can't get over the fact that she homeschools her children. A real tragedy. She claims not to like any meat with bones. More lies. She just doesn't know how and is too lazy to cook anything but processed meat.
So that it's got that rubbed in there really good. A little onion and pork rub. And then all you do is put sauerkraut on it and brown sugar. So the tortillas I just flipped around, and then it's brown sugar. Yeah, I know it's not super healthy, but the more you put on it, it makes it like candy, pineapple almost. It'd be nice to do like a dish of just like I would do sausage, like kielbasa with the sauerkraut. Doesn't that sound good? Sausage and kielbasa. But with some of the brown sugar in that, that'd be good. So I'm just basically gonna coat this. This is make sure there's enough sugar. I'll make sure there's plenty of sugar. Lots of sugar. So, easy stuff.
Lots of sugar. Sugar, sugar, how you get so fly. Amy's taking it back to the baby bash days. This recipe is vile, and I don't think you could make a more unhealthy dish. Cheap, fatty pork with a couple pounds of sugar. Crazy.
Because I need a clean spot in my sink because my sink is full.
Amy is always preparing cooked food in a dirty sink. She might as well go ahead and bathe Maxine right here in at the same time.
This is Grandma Sandy's macaroni salad, very simple. I'm just making a small batch because it's basically for Greg and his ribs. So I'm just gonna do that for him, and then he just likes cucumbers in it. I put a few tomatoes because it looks better with tomatoes, but I know he doesn't really like the tomatoes. He'll eat it, that's how Mom made it, but
How big of a witch do you have to be to put tomatoes in something simply for color when it's Greg's favorite side dish and he hates tomatoes in it? This is why Greg was MIA last Christmas. Who could put up with that kind of constant treatment?
kale is already washed, so I'm just gonna cut it up so I can put it in a bowl. I'm gonna put cranberries in mine, cashews, and Parmesan cheese, and some poppy seed dressing. That's it, making mine easy. So here it is. I'm just gonna keep this. Okay, I love that. I forget how much I like kale salad. I like the kale salad bag that Sam's Club has, but I do like making it myself because I like cashews. You can be intentional and add whatever you want to it. So if it's gonna go in the refrigerator, I'll be eating this today.
This hand-jived kale salad will probably not get eaten at all. Every time I see salad on their plates, it's always untouched in later shots. It's too bad Amy doesn't think her children ever need green leafy vegetables for their health.
Broccoli and chicken. I dump this in here. And then we'll pour the pasta in here. I'll put a little bit of olive oil so it doesn't stick and put Parmesan cheese. Delicious.
She makes this pasta dish multiple times a month, and she does it differently every single time. And then she wonders why the kids like things randomly.
I'm gonna keep on moving. I was gonna run Brooklyn to work, but Jaden said that she would take her. I got a fly in here. I need to kill that fly.
I need to make cream soups. We do our own cream of chicken and our own cream of mushroom. So this is just pureed peppers. I'm gonna show it to you. It's pureed peppers because normally those peppers will go in the garbage. I guarantee you people throw them in the garbage. They do. So for a recipe, you can just pull them out and use these. So it's red, yellow, and green.
She's always guaranteeing us that other people are more wasteful than her. Yes, Amy, I am sure everyone buys cucumbers, peppers, and bananas every single time they go shopping so that they can throw them away like you do.
Take the carrots out of here just to add it, because when it purees it and then when it mixes in, it gives a little bit of orange color. So I'm just gonna put those in here.
Amy's cooking is like abstract art, so random and weird. She microwaved that disgusting frozen chicken until it was steaming hot, then pureed it with frozen carrots from a bag of mixed veggies. So disgusting.
So this is chicken. This one is going to be cream of mushroom. So I'm gonna add some salt and pepper, a little bit more. And then this had butter in it. I did it *4. We put chicken in there. I put the pureed carrots because that's all I had. The frozen ones, and I did put a couple of red pepper. Normally I do not put that in there. We just did not have any. So you do what you can do for it. So this is chicken bouillon. I'm going to just add this. I'm going to do this here because I'm not going to be adding any.
She is going to freeze this chicken for the 3rd time in this soup. Once again, random amounts of flour and bouillon to make it. This flour concoction would give anyone a stomach ache. It's going to continue to thicken in your gut. It's essentially raw flour and salt.
Like water, like chicken broth to mine. I'm just going to be adding milk to it. So do a taste. Normally this would be 8 extra cups of liquid. We're not doing that. So here we go. We're going to add all of our flour. You ready? So we just need 2 cups of flour, even better. So I'm just going to sprinkle this in here. This is a real simple way to make a whole lot of cream of chicken soup. And then I'm going to add my lactose milk. You're adding 3 cups, but we said I would have to add 12 cups. I'm not doing 12 cups. Let's do 4. And we will go from there. Well, how many was that? 6? 6, right? Yes. So then this will be nice and thick. So then when you do have it in recipes, just add more liquid or add more milk. Either way.
She never knows how she makes it, and she never makes it the same.
The immersion blender, I wonder if that would be too thick. Let me see, because I should add, so that would be 8 cups of milk right there. How many do I have to add? 12. I think I can get away with right there. Let me get my immersion blender and see if that will work. I think I'm just using a spatula if it works.
It's no wonder Amy doesn't measure, because even when she does, she can't keep count.
My favorite's when you don't turn the camera on. So that is good back there. I've got just kind of had on low so it can it'll thicken up a little bit more. Delicious. It looks like the greatest tasting. This looks, look at cream of chicken soup, nice and thick. It's beautiful. Got a little bit of carrots in there to make it orange. So then this right here, I added beef broth to beef bouillon, the North stuff, and then a little bit of salt and pepper. So this you're gonna add 2 cups of flour, right? I'm not gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about being smooth because I got the immersion blender here. Just plop in 2 cups. This is perfect. And I gotta get some milk and pour that in. This is so good.
It doesn't look so good, Amy.
Let me go get my milk. What do we add? 8 cups? I'm sure you don't even need to measure. It's probably 8 cups.
It was 6 cups.
It's right in this, right? There it is, because it's... I was thinking how big it is. Normally I would stir this all in. But I'm not gonna worry about it because or was it 6 cups? It was 6 because that's a whole
Yay, she figured it out, and only because she ran out of milk.
jug. And Jensen had some cereal, so it was just 6.
Please don't make your cream of anything soups in this manner. This lady is leading you astray. No one should make anything like this for human consumption, especially when it's 2024 and there are so many other options.
That I'm out of, and one of them is refried beans. Not a refried bean technically it's basically pinto beans, and we just puree them in the food processor. My kids just like them plain. They'll have canned stuff too, but when
Your kids eat what you give them, and most of the time, it's crap.
they have things, they're just used to the plain taste of it, so we just like it. Greg likes these ones too. Liked them for a long time. So try to make them as much as I can. So I'm just gonna
We can tell by his recent weight gain.
get a batch in real quick, and then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make my own taco seasoning. Do mine with the McCormick recipe, so you can go online and get the McCormick one. Today I'm not putting recipes on the screen. Sometimes I usually try to. I didn't for a little bit, and the reason why is because I edit in the same day and like it's really busy. So if I don't put recipes on the screen, it's because my day was busy. That's all. When we moved in here, it was crazy. I couldn't put them on there because I do it all in one day. So editing takes about another 2 to 3 hours to edit one video. So when you're already super busy, 3 more extra hours on top of filming, which takes time out of your day, yeah, I just skipped that on some. So
It's actually insane that it takes Amy 2 to 3 hours to edit these vlogs. They are edited terribly with minimal cuts and graphics. What the heck? Why does it take so long? I bet Fallon over at Moss Family TV doesn't take 3 hours to edit a video. She actually vlogs every day, unlike Amy, and her videos are edited with much more care. Not to mention, her husband has a verifiable income, not some imaginary job that changes weekly. First, Greg was away for work, and then he was working with machines and getting stinky. And now he's in an office without a lunchroom, so he keeps his lunch in the car, but she also said he could snack on his fruit while he worked. Amy's job description is Gregor playing Legos in their garage.
I have a whole day still. I still have kids, school, house pickup, everything we have to do, and run out, get Brooklyn from work, spend time with my kids, do all the mommy things, and then we head out to our event tonight. So it's still a busy day today. So that would be the reason I didn't. So I apologize. Taco season is one of those things that everybody has their preference, how they like it. To me, that tastes pretty good. So I'm gonna be hopeful. I have a whole container of it, which will last me a couple months. So if it's not good, you know what I do? I add a can of chili beans to if I'm doing taco meat. If it tastes a little too much, like I know the kids aren't gonna eat it, that's what I add to mine. Tacos.
So if they don't like her seasoning, she'll mix it with chili beans. Why not change the seasoning? Doesn't she realize she can always try out the seasoning on a small piece of the food, cook it quickly, and try out the flavor to make sure her family will enjoy it? It would save her so much time, effort, and money. And it would only take a few extra minutes each meal.
Today I want to do energy bites. I have all the stuff I need. I just need to do it. It's one of those things where you have to make a million balls and you're like, because I'm not looking for it. The only reason I'm like kind of keep putting this off, I'm like, I don't even want to make the balls. The kids could come down and do it too. They're doing some other things upstairs.
Who exactly is Amy complaining to? She knows she could just not make the stupid, unhealthy energy bites, right? She is a slave to Google AdSense. She has to put out content no matter how she feels about it. Why not just go get a real job at that point? She would have better insurance, the kids could go to school, and she would actually have a retirement plan. And the kids were too busy upstairs doing something to help. Yet here they are scurrying around the kitchen. Amy and her lies.
These came out of the oven, looking good. I'm like, it's only 11:30. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I've been in the kitchen all day. I really haven't. Fridays are always longer, so this way we'll get done. And
I love that Amy doesn't wash her hands or take her filthy rings off before she hand bangs an entire bowl of food that won't be cooked. And she's doing all of this complaining like she's done a 12-hour day, but it's not even noon yet.
the school with the kids that they have to do. And
a commenter said, "Merry Christmas. I'm curious because I've seen things online that say your husband and you have split up. Is it true? I'm really sorry for asking, but I'm also really hoping it's not true because you both seem like very good people. And what I've seen on here, he adores you. Much love." And another commenter said, "Is it really your business?" And Amy said, "We are still married." still married, not together, not in love, not even happily married. We're still married.
Gotta put the soups away. Kids came in and ate burritos.
The kids ate 2 out of the 6 burritos, and I bet she ate one of them. And those things have literally been sitting there on that griddle all day long. Who just leaves food out on the stovetop all day?
And then we'll put those in the freezer. I just gotta see how many I get. And I think I'm done. I am done for the day. So we are going to finish up. We got chores, life, school, all those things to get done. And then we're gonna be grabbing Brooklyn from work. And then
So here's a comment that a commenter said, Brooklyn, have you set the date for your big day yet? And Amy said, not sure what you're talking about. This is exactly what I am talking about, Amy. If you didn't show Brooklyn all the time with her big dumb engagement ring on and talk about her flying back for weeks to see her 17-year-old boyfriend, no one would assume that she's engaged or pregnant. Instead, Amy does this for engagement, to keep people watching and coming back for more. Amy is a complete fraud. She sure as hell didn't grow up like she is raising her children. Everything her kids do is free and boring. Amy's childhood, not so much. Welcome to Amy's childhood events. Freshman class officer Amy. Cool freshman Amy. Freshman homecoming princess Amy. The princess and her doting parents. Amy Farrer was the 1991 freshman class homecoming princess. When Amy found out she was on the homecoming court, she was very excited and happy. Amy was grateful towards her classmates for choosing her to represent their class. Amy said, I will never forget my mom helping me get all dressed up. Another thing I will remember is walking in front of the school in the procession on Friday night. About the homecoming dance and freshman float, Amy said, the homecoming dance was a blast. The decorations were really pretty, and I liked the video jockey. I think we should have more dances like that. Our float was really creative. I personally think we deserve better than 3rd place. Building the float brought us together. Too bad her children will never get to experience any type of childhood memory like that. Taking charge, Amy. The sophomore class officers took charge this year. Secretary Amy Farrer said our class works well together. Sophomore dance team Amy. Marching band Amy. Girls track runner Amy. Hanging with the girls Amy. Parking lot pimping before school dance Amy. Sophomore Amy and Ashlyn's biological pops. Amy conceived Ashlyn, her oldest child, in the summer following 10th grade, so July-ish of 1992. She gave birth in March of 1993, which was 6 months into her junior year of high school. Gregor graduated in 1991, Amy's freshman year. Senior steering committee member Amy. Senior picture Amy. Welcome to Greg's childhood events. Freshman Gregor. Sophomore Gregor. Junior Gregor. JV football player Gregor. JV basketball player Gregor. Track star Gregor. Cool guy Gregor giving an oral report. Handyman Gregor. Football star Gregor. Gregor the Lion in the homecoming parade. Varsity basketball player Gregor. Varsity football player Gregor. Senior glamour shots Gregor. If you didn't know any better, you would think that this lady grew up super religious and sheltered. That couldn't be further from the actual truth. Greg and Amy had a fabulous time in high school with all of their friends and cool 80s clothing, living across the street from each other. They each had both parents in the home working and providing. Must have been just splendid. She moved Lauren away from her whole life when she was 16. Jaden at 17, and Brooklyn has to fold every t-shirt ever made at 16 in hopes to see her friends and boyfriend ever again. When Amy was 16, Linda and her were shopping for her homecoming dress. Amy's kids sleep until noon and never leave the house. No school or friends, and they wear rags. Amy might be the worst mom on YouTube. And what's worse are the fools that continue to support her and her lies. I'm looking at you, Grammy Barb and Aunt Kathy.
So come back Monday and we will finish up this Gather Your Fragment weekend. So you have a fantastic, I'm talking the best, no matter what people say, no matter what people do, no matter who disappoints you, no matter who tries to take you down. Remember who you are in Christ. So yeah, people can try to come against, the enemy can try to come against and bring you down, but guess what? There's no pushing you over because God is so much bigger than all those forces. Even though those forces seem like a lot sometimes, just remember God is bigger and He is right there to fight your battles for you, to keep you going.
Amy is her own worst enemy. She always talks about battles and the enemy when really her and Greg are destroying their own lives at record pace without any outside forces. It's too bad that her children will most likely get drugged down with her too, because it's very hard to recognize as a child that your parents could be so cruel. Alrighty, neighbors, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to email me one of your memories from back in the day, and I will randomly pick one emailer to win a $25 digital gift card. The more the channel grows, the more giveaways and winners we'll be able to have. So make sure you like, comment, and share this with someone you know who would love a chance to win a $25 gift card. See you in the next one, neighbors. Bye.